All my life, men like you have sneered at me, and all my life I've been knocking men like you into the dust. Ladies, gentlemen, and variations thereupon, this is Modern Escapism. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Oodles, the king in the north. Joining me today, Lord of the Seas and follower of the drowned god, it's Biggie.
Hey!
Hey. The commander of the Night's Watch and protector on the wall, it's Gadget.
I don't want it.
And warden of the north and Lord Imp of the House of York, it's Stig.
Lord Imp.
You sure? Candy, unfortunately, is not with us today.
I'm going to go all free on your ass.
Yeah, boy. She's not with us today. She's on annual leave still. I think she gets more leave than all of us.
She's buggered off to Casterly Rock.
Yeah. Yes, I've been watching House of the Dragon, you can tell. But how's everyone been? Can I just say before we start, thank you to you guys for running the ship last week. We were all, I was stuck in Birmingham. Gadget was in Ireland. Candy was in space. And you got someone called Red Meat Chunk or someone like that to help you out. I haven't listened, but I'm assuming it was a lovely podcast, and not a single Xbox was mentioned. Am I right?
Best pod ever.
Yeah. Apart from the biggest news in gaming that week was Xbox.
I bet Biggie would have sat there with all these ex-boys, they're talking about Xbox all the time.
I felt oppressed.
Shut up, pony.
Yeah. He is actually the biggest pony on the planet, to be fair. That man bleeds PlayStation. But how's your journey been, Gadget? I haven't seen you in a while, mate.
It's been all right. I've been off doing a few things. So the first week I wasn't here because I was down in Warwickshire to see Mika live, which was fun. Got to see a music gig in a castle, which from now on I want all gigs to be performed in castles because that was fucking epic.
Yeah, man.
And then, after that was in Northern Ireland for a week of work, which was chaotic. Full-day meetings are just the worst, and 3 days in a row of them are even worse than that.
That's why I was in Birmingham for a full-day meeting. It was fucking horrible! I just sit there and do you know what? I counted 15 pairs of chinos in that meeting.
Yeah, boy. Chinos.
A successful meeting, then.
Well, the meetings I was in, my big boss, Scott... Scott with the greatest name, Scott Gamester.
Oh, is he though?
TM.
He is. Yeah. He was over from America, and he had American business chinos.
Ooh, like red, white, and blue.
No. They were chino colored, but they were the baggy variety for a huskier frame.
Oh yeah. Chinos for the more large man.
For those full of God's love. And he put a lot of love in.
I bet he did. I've still not crumbled into the chino land. But, do you know what? I've waited long enough. I haven't heard anything about the news in so long. Nothing must have happened. It's probably going to be a quiet week. But it is time for Biggie's Breaking News.
You may already know, but he doesn't, because it's time for Biggie's Breaking News.
And I would do anything for news. I'd have updates to hell and back. I would do anything for news. I'll never lie to you, that's a fact. But I'll never get to say the names right. Don't know, no way. Way. And I would do anything for news, but I won't do that.
Beautiful.
No, I won't
we still going?
Do that. That's it.
Do anything for news.
Anything
You've been reading up but I just won't read that.
Will you news me up? Will you news me down? Will you news me right out of this godforsaken pod? It gets a little too much news. I can news that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I can news that.
You're starting it now, Biggie.
He never joined in, and all of a sudden,
Don't bring
Good
80s
songs.
bangers. Oh, I think it's a 90s banger, actually.
It's a 90s banger.
Don't bring bangers.
rock opera.
Yeah, because we'll just get into it. You know me and Stig, we love stuff in musical.
And me?
Yeah, you do, actually, yeah. Don't bring it, unless you want us to succumb to it.
Unless you want us to bring it.
Yeah, because we will bring the thunder.
What's
happened, Biggie?
I'm waiting for the day that he decides to do Anticipation from Rocky Horror.
Oh.
Sweet Transvestite, rather.
Sweet Transvestite, yeah.
Just sweet news.
Vestite.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get off my platform. Right, I'll tell you what isn't bringing the thunder. Concord's free open beta is performing abysmally on PC.
It is.
After attracting some pretty pathetic Steam player numbers during its closed beta, which apparently required participants pre-order the game, Firewalk Studios' free open beta is not doing much better. According to Steam DB data, the test peaked at just 2,388 concurrent players at the weekend, and that figure has fallen as low as 557 during off-peak times. While the beta is likely doing better on PS5, where Sony unfortunately doesn't share its
Fuck all else
data,
out.
yeah, it suggests the arena shooter has an uphill battle ahead of it.
Who'd have thunk that an online shooter that pretended and masqueraded to be a lovely single-player romp.
That's what I was the maddest about. That opening
DOA
trailer
already,
looked
innit?
fucking banging.
It looked really good. It had so much character, so much fun, so much dynamics. And then we saw the gameplay and we all went, no.
Everyone in the comments was just like, "Oh, is this like a Guardian style game?"
Yeah.
So it's
Would've
what's
had
going to
that.
be thought? Oh, it's going to be a third-person shooter, first-person like story.
Yeah, and let's be realistic about that. That's what PlayStation do best.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you thought.
Why not stick to it?
They haven't had a great one out in a while, so here's a new
Yeah.
one. No.
So
Nope.
It says PlayStation fans have had their pitchforks out for the project since the start, with some seeing it as a symbol of Sony's push towards the live service.
It is.
arena.
I mean,
Many
Sony
feel the platform holder should be focusing on the cinematic single players like you have just said.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Sony did announce about 3 years ago that they had 12 live service games in development, and this is the third one that they'll put out that had a hit with Helldivers, because Helldivers did something different. Like, it wasn't a PvP shooter.
It felt different as well.
Yeah, it felt different. It was PvE, it was all co-op, it was just big dumb fun. They had Foam Stars, which anyone who would want to play a game like that would have been
I
playing
liked
Splatoon. Yeah, but anyone would have played Splatoon first, you know?
Yeah, which is way better.
Yeah, and now this Concord beta, like I've just literally looked up Steam charts right now. At this precise time, at 2 minutes past 9 on a Sunday evening, there are 1,080 players. This is peak time. This should be like rammed.
Bin it off. Take it for a loss.
EOA.
Yeah, it's not going to last. I reckon within a month, within 3 months, it'll be free on PS Plus.
Yeah, but Gadget, you forgot that every week you get a reward. You get a 5-minute cinematic trailer.
Yeah, that's the rewards you want. A little bit of a cinematic.
I mean, it's frustrating because it's sad because it's people who have put time and effort into
Jobs,
making
innit?
this game, and it's a job, and they're likely going to probably start losing jobs over it. The way the industry is at the moment, but
why didn't
it's
they
not? It's not what people are after. Like a live service game hits. I reckon the hit ratio is terrible compared to the amount that actually get released.
Absolutely.
And if you do find one that sticks, people stick to that. They don't care about a new one. They don't suddenly drop the one they're playing that they've spent money and time in leveling the characters up, spending money on costumes and shit, to just suddenly jump over to something else that isn't offering anything new. It's like got to offer something new and something unique for people to take notice, not just there's nothing there.
I see a perspective that, like, I'm sorry, but if you were getting a PlayStation for multiplayer fun and frolics, I think you picked the wrong console, because I think that's Xbox's claim to fame.
I mean, no, not necessarily.
In my opinion,
I think
Yeah, but not
PC is
necessarily.
really.
PC, PC.
PlayStation is just as good at doing multiplayer now as the Xbox and the PC are. The problem is, it's Sony on pushing the games out there properly.
I just know if I was like going to spend a lot of time playing with my mates, playing online with my headset on, I'd get an Xbox. Because I know everything's coming to that console. I know they're getting Call of Duty, they're getting all this and that, and I just would. I don't know. I just think it's a missed opportunity because that had a lot of character. That trailer, a lot of character.
Yeah, I think Concord would have been more likely to be a success. They could have even kept this kind of Overwatch style multiplayer in if they made it a secondary mode. You know, Call of Duty still comes out with a campaign every year.
Yes,
if it had like a 5 to 6 hour campaign and then the multiplayer as well, people would be fine with it.
Do you reckon this is foreboding for Marathon that's coming out?
Oh, I'm still fucking mad about that. But that's in development. Hell, I don't think that's ever coming.
But
out,
I reckon Marathon will be taking the Destiny 2 players over to their end.
No, it's no, because it's asymmetric multiplayer Marathon.
Oh, is it? Right, is it?
It's like one. I think it's like an escape thing. Like one team has to get past the other team and get out, kind of thing.
Oh no!
Yeah,
fucking hate multiplayer games. I'm sorry, I do. I think they're shite.
I don't mind multiplayer games.
I like Helldivers. I like that fun time we played.
To have a unique
Sea of Thieves. I like
that. They're both kind of unique, and no one else is doing those things. They're different. An arena shooter is not different.
No.
It's not different when you can go play Counter-Strike.
Even the Marvel one technically has a different thing to it because you've got superhero powers, but that didn't.
It's not enough.
Doesn't take off, did it?
No.
Nope.
That Marathon game, PvP focused extraction shooter where you need to compete with other players for riches, renown, survival, in an ever evolving world.
Everything in that paragraph just put me off.
But yeah, like, you're not going to pay the money for Concord when you can play Overwatch 2 for free, or you can play that Marvel one for free, or Valorant for free.
Yep.
No one's going to pay 40, 50 quid for it, or whatever it's going to go. What is it going to cost on Steam, actually?
It'll be 30 quid, won't it?
Be hilarious if it's full price. 35 quid on Steam.
Yeah, there you go. Well, pour one out to Concord. We knew you very little.
And probably Firewalk Studios. I don't think they'll survive this.
Yeah, unfortunately. See you later, guys. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your commitment. But, sorry. You're fired. Next.
Settle down, Trump.
No.
Development teams are saddened by demoralizing Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 leak. A development build of the Warhammer game, which seemingly comprises the entire game, was uploaded onto a torrent site, and gameplay videos have begun to spread across the internet. Publisher Focus Entertainment and developer Saber Interactive have urged all faithful fans to refrain from spreading spoilers until the game launches in September.
I'm gutted
for them. It sucks, man. It fucking sucks ass, that. Do you know, imagine, right, if you're the person that's got that torrent, the first person that's got that leak, and you were a fan of gaming, surely you'd be like, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
Surely there's some kind of moral compass that you've got, like, this is hundreds of thousands of people's jobs.
You have been on the internet, right? You have met
but I like to see
people.
I like to see the nice side of things. I ain't got that in me. I just couldn't do it. It's such a fucking evil thing to do.
It's a really horrible thing to do, and especially for a game that's out in 2 months.
Yeah, just fucking wait. And people are anticipating this. Like you and Stig are buzzing for it.
Yeah, it's
a game that people have been excited for.
It's been, nearly 10 years since the first Space Marine game, and I really enjoyed that. And like all the trailers and the way things look for this, it's just like, it looks fucking banging.
It pissed me off when all those GTA 6 leaks came out, and they're quite extensive, and I'm like, you've just spoiled it all. We now know it's in Miami. You know what I mean?
You were on TikTok sending videos to me of it.
I know, but it still happened. It still happened. I weren't the one doing it. I was just reporting on the news. But I still think it's a bit sad, isn't it? I wouldn't download a torrent. I've never downloaded a torrent in my life, actually.
What is
hold my hand up and swear I never have.
What's the difference between a development build and the final game? Is it just things polished up?
It won't be finished.
How finished is a development build?
Not very.
At this point, I mean, it depends which version of the development build they got. It's probably reasonably finished.
Yeah. You'll have the story in it.
Yeah. the build that comes out for when the game comes out is what's called the gold build, and that's where development kind of should stop. And anything else after that is bug fixes. So if it's been a relatively recent leak of the build, like from relatively recent development time, it should be pretty much feature complete.
Yeah, there might be the odd texture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking shame, man. People are really buzzing for this.
Although, to be fair, that article does say we're saddened by that this build, which is almost a year old by the time we launch, so it's probably
so people are going to say, "Look how shit it is."
Yeah, it's going to be a bit busted because the game got delayed by a year. It's supposed to come out last October.
They delayed it for a fucking reason because it's probably not fucking finished. Just don't look at it. I've already seen spoilers on Threads from it.
Yeah,
of all places. I thought Threads were a safe space. It's not. All the
not.
Twitterati have turned up.
That's already turning into Twitter now.
Yeah, the Twitter. I deleted my Twitter over a week, and I don't regret it. But I'm thinking of getting rid of Threads already. I'm like, I don't need this again. Don't need this. There's no spaces left. Just our Discord. It's the only place that's safe, isn't it?
Get in our Discord.
Yeah, get in our Discord. Show notes. Next.
By the time this article came out, I'm afraid you two have missed your chance. The Elden Ring poster signed by I can't even say it.
Hidetaka Miyazaki.
Thank you. Currently at auction was for $15,000.
It's worth
the proceeds were going towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation.
That's good.
Fantastic.
He's a fucking living legend.
It's a lot for a signed poster, though, isn't it?
I love that man. Don't you dare diss him. I love that man.
Oh, no, I'm not dissing him.
Me and Gadget will defend him.
For a signed poster.
He saved gaming single-handedly.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Gaming would be dead without him.
Gaming would be dead.
It would just be Call of Duty every year. That's all gaming would be.
Yep.
Everything would still be brown. PS3 brown.
Yep. And everything would be so easy, you wouldn't even need a tutorial anymore. The game would play itself.
I love this name as well. The guy that currently was winning, whether he actually won it or not, the article didn't say. But YouTuber Jacksepticeye is currently the one to beat.
I bet he's got a fucking septic eye, him.
He's just a cheeky little Irish lad.
Oh, so you know him?
Yeah, I know who he is. He's one of the people that came out of that time when PewDiePie was the biggest thing in the world.
You mean known racist PewDiePie?
Yeah, but he actually turned out to be a really decent human being and not a racist piece of shit.
And was he not just screaming for screaming's sake?
No. He did do a fair bit of that, like playing horror games and like screaming at them.
That gets the numbers in. Content is king.
But he also does like a vast amount for charity.
Good for Jack.
Yeah.
With his poorly eye. Has he got a poorly eye?
Nope. I don't know where his YouTube name came from.
Mate, we've all got weird names. Let's be real. We've all got weird internet handles.
Yeah, Oodles Odin.
Yeah, let's not fucking throw stones in glass houses, mate.
Mine is my name. And then you lot
Stig of the dump.
Then you lot shortened it.
Yeah,
well, technically, like the full. Yeah,
ancient English, isn't it? Ours.
Yep. Yeah. Still weird.
For ancient English for knobhead. Next.
Steward, leader of the land when the king was away.
Here we go.
This is what I have to do when you're off the podcast. Get it?
Next.
Missed that, didn't you?
No, we didn't miss it.
I just called you the king of the pod, so you did miss it.
I know I am.
Yeah, so you did miss it.
A real king doesn't need to tell everyone he's king.
Yeah.
Except when he wears that big fancy crown and is guided around on the throne.
If one has to tell somebody that they're the king, then they're not a real king.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking next.
Tywin Lannister.
Okay, my friends, I've been watching that.
Right, I'm trying to move on. Here we go.
He said next ages ago.
So did I.
Leave the room. Off with his head.
Oh, showing you who's pushing people around now. Warframe's 1999 expansion. There's a shopping mall, romance system, and you even get to fight a boy band.
What? What game?
Warframe.
What the fuck's Warframe?
You've played it, mate.
Have I?
It's one of those kind of
the one that
MMO-ish
played, right?
shootery things.
With the ninjas that fly like Destiny.
Oh, the Space Ninjas. Yes.
Yeah.
I have played this. Yeah. It's got such a generic name. I forgot what it fucking
you should
called.
call it Space Ninjas. That sounds miles better.
Space Ninjas.
Space Ninjas.
Yeah. No, I liked that. I played it, and then I got to the bit where
you had to pay.
I had to pay. I was like, I don't want another skin. I'm fucking crap. This uninstall.
Well, Xenos
it was
explains
that.
a little bit further, but basically, this game has been fully embracing its weird side over the course of the last couple of expansions. And if you thought the mood world westerns and long lost dimension shifting labs were as far as the free-to-play shooter was willing to go, you might want to brace yourself. Developer Digital Extremes has revealed the first gameplay of its up-and-coming 1999 story expansion, and you go into space to kill a 90s boy band. And
It's the one that's linked
waffles
to
on
Dark
forever.
Sector, isn't it, Gadget?
Yeah.
It's linked to Dark Sector in some way.
Well,
That's what this
it's the
expansion
developer
is
of
doing.
Dark
It's going
Sector.
back to that.
Ah, right. I like Dark Sector. That was a good Xbox game, that. I don't know if it were on any other console, but it was a good game, that.
I played on Xbox. It was very good.
Yeah. Space Ninjas, yeah. I just forgot it were called Warframe. It makes no sense that it's called that.
Well, you are
probably
in a Warframe. They're all almost like mech suits.
Oh, the frames. Yes. Of course. Shite. Next.
Over to the world of film and TV. Amazon's excellent Fallout TV adaptation is up for 16 Emmy Awards.
Great. It's banging.
Fans and critics went crazy for Amazon's adaptation of the legendary franchise Fallout. The series has managed to break through into the mainstream. What else have we got here? Fallout comes in fifth in terms of overall nominations for the Emmy Awards. We've also got Shogun leading the pack with 25. Great. Bear with 23.
Great.
Only Murders in the Building with 21.
Great.
And True Detective Night Country at 19, which I really enjoyed. Walton Goggins, no surprise here, is up for Best Actor for his role as the Ghoul in Fallout.
Yep.
Also to mention, The Morning Show, Hacks,
Ooh.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Huh, really?
It's supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Baby Reindeer, The Crown, Lessons in Chemistry, Slow
We've
Horses.
had some good telly, haven't we?
Yeah.
Some good
If
telly.
you're interested, there's some figures here. Netflix leads all the streamers and networks with 107 nominations across 35 programs. FX is up next with a record 93 nominations. HBO Max with 91. Apple TV with 72. CBS and ABC with 38. And then both Prime Video and NBC with 37. Disney is a media conglomerate that includes Hulu, Disney, plus FX, ABC, and more under its umbrella, reigns over the competition with 183.
Bloody hell.
Started to take streaming more serious, haven't they? With these
Yeah.
awards.
Yeah.
There was a time where they would just like almost flat out refuse to nominate streaming shows.
Well, the
It's
actors are doing it, aren't they? They're all going to TV, so they have to recognise it, I guess.
Well, it's a different form. Yeah.
It's where it is, though, isn't it? It's where the money is. It's where the heads are, the eyes are. Like, I don't have terrestrial TV, I don't have cable TV, I don't have Sky TV, so everything I watch is on some kind of platform. And I like it until the internet goes down, then I cry. And I have to watch Lord of the Rings box sets again. What a shame. But yeah, good for them. Good for them. Next.
The latest disaster movie, Twisters, has opened with $80.5 million domestically. It's been the biggest opening weekend ever for a disaster film. Second biggest opening for a live-action film this year. And it's now only $2 million behind the opening of Oppenheimer.
Do you know why?
Oppenheimer.
Do you know
I
why?
don't know why I said
It's because
Oppenheimer.
do you know why it's done well?
Oppenheimer.
It's done well because how long ago has it been since we've had a really decent disaster film?
Are you
tell
telling
you
me that
Moonfall.
Moonfall wasn't
Like
decent?
the moon isn't falling on humans.
Oodles.
Like this is real.
Oodles.
Go on, mate.
Tell you later why it's done well.
My man. Cinema guy strikes again. Love that kid. Love that kid. He's bringing the content to us, to your door, in your ears. Next.
The Russo brothers are in early talks to direct Avengers 5 and Avengers.
Fuck.
Good. Fucking hell. That's the first time I've heard that, and I've just found like this overwhelming sense of like relief.
In case of danger, break Russo glass.
Oh, thank God for that. Oh, that is such good news. I've always loved them since fucking Community.
Kevin Feige's rolled up to their houses with a big dump truck full of money.
Lads,
please come back and help us.
And I bet they've gone, only if Robert Downey Jr. gets resurrected.
I think they probably
and in case
will have
you haven't realised,
creative freedom as well.
They are the duo behind... Oh, sorry, they are the duo behind Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, and the two Infinity Saga ending movies.
The best films.
Yeah, 4 of the best ones. Yeah, I think as well that if this is true, and they have said yes, and they do say yes, because obviously this is kind of a speculation at the moment, next week is Comic-Con, so we'll probably find out for definite then.
Oh, yeah.
I just kind of makes me think that their solo stuff as their Agbo studio hasn't really worked out as well as they hoped.
I agree.
And if you actually look at the output that they've put out with that studio, it hasn't been good.
Nope.
Grey Man, not a good film. Was it that Cherry with Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Wasn't great. I hadn't watched it because everyone said it wasn't very good. That Drive Away Dolls has just come out. Apparently was not very good at all. Like
none of them
had
have been
a
like
big
people
hit at
screaming
all.
about it, have they?
They had Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans in an action film, and it was...
Fucked it.
I thought it was really dull.
You were boring, man.
Yeah. As grey as the name. But
Called
yeah,
the Grey Man.
so I can understand why they might have gone, yeah, maybe we should just go back and do...
We know which side our bread's buttered.
Yeah, maybe we should go back and do a couple of Marvel films, and that will pay for our next few projects in Agbo Studios.
And pay for our next few mansions.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on them. Fucking bring it back. I want to be excited. I'm excited for Deadpool and Wolverine, but I want to be excited properly. I want to be excited for something that I used to love and something now that I'm like, I'm not even bothered that I've missed stuff. It makes me a bit sad. So bring it back. Bring it back. Next.
Kevin Farage confirms they'll likely be looking for a new director for Spider-Man 4
Farage.
instead of John Watts.
You said Kevin Farage.
He did, yeah.
Peggy, come on. Was that on purpose?
Yeah,
He's gonna pretend it was on purpose.
It must be.
it was on purpose. I know it's Kevin Feige.
Feige!
Who? Kevin who? Kevin Fagan.
Feige. Kevin Farage.
He doesn't pronounce names
what was that?
like any other.
Can you actually-
His name is Biggie.
Can you actually go over the story again? Because that took me out of it so much.
Took me out.
I forgot what you actually said.
I generally said that he is likely looking for a new director for Spider-Man 4 instead of John Watts because I think it does need a bit of freshening up myself.
Last Spider-Man were great. It were really good. So I don't know.
Doing it. Don't know.
I really liked the last Spider-Man. I thought it were really good.
The problem they're having now is that Sony want one thing and Disney want another. The way that ended, Disney want to take it in a smaller direction and build it, kind of build
friendly neighborhood
and build Spider-Man up again in different ways. And Sony are just like, no, we want big, timey-wimey multiverse Venom interaction.
Mobius.
And if I'm being honest, Disney should just turn around and go, you aren't very good at this, Sony. Just let us do
But then
it,
but Sony turn around and go, critically no, but domestically box office, look at our numbers, we're making fucking loads of money. Like Venom, Carnage, whatever, that made fucking loads of money.
Tom Holland, that's all. The films are shit.
Tom Hardy,
sorry.
Sony are just desperate to have a Spider-Man.
They've got Kraven the Hunter coming out soon, haven't they, that no one fucking asked for.
I mean, no one asked for Madam Web.
Unless
Stig did.
Yeah.
I remember that film only did bad because people were memeing about it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's a great film.
Yeah.
So meme.
Remember when they put Morbius back out in the cinema because everyone was doing that meme?
Yes!
Yeah.
And they thought that it would get more people. The meme would attract
But it
more
did.
people.
That's the fucked up thing. It did.
No, it earned about 160,000, if that. Like it was.
Yeah,
it was.
no one actually went to see it. It
Yeah,
cost
it was
them
a
more to
massive
put it
flop
back out
again.
there than they made.
Yeah.
Do you think Jared Leto realises that he's shit? Or
It's
not?
I
cursed.
don't understand Jared Leto because I've seen him in stuff where he's really good, and yet he's There's no in between, is there? He's either really good or horrendous. Like, there's no in between of where he's fine.
House of Gucci.
I like Jared Leto when he's just a bit part in a film, like when he's in Blade Runner and Lord of War. When he's not the focus of the film, he's just in it.
Yeah,
he's good at that. Or the Dallas Buyers Club. Didn't he win an Oscar for that?
I think so. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's what he won his Oscar for.
And he's good in that because he's not the main character. So it just shows that. If Jared's running the show, it's like, Jared, he's shit, mate. He's shit.
The Joker.
The joke. Oh, when he's in that fucking Harley Quinn film. Fuck me.
We live in a society, Batman.
You know he's damaged.
He's damaged,
He is.
That laugh reminds me of those 3 guys that tried to do really bad dad jokes on TikTok.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Them on that boat.
They're just so annoying. Funny. I mean, this is completely off tangent now, but honestly, that version of the Joker is just absolutely horrendous.
It's fucked up.
And there's no point would any Joker, in the history of the Joker,
sit down and get
tattooed.
He'd use the gun on the fucking tattooist's fucking eyeballs.
He might have tattoos if he'd done them himself and they were just scribbles.
Himself, yeah.
But not like intricate, nice tattoo pieces. Like,
but wouldn't the Joker do tattoos on himself with a knife and ink?
Yeah, like...
He certainly wouldn't have his own face and across his chest.
But Gadget, it was so cool.
Oh, God, I'm so glad that's
died a death.
That's done now and we're moving on with DC. Because everything I've seen out of that new Superman film looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be any worse than what DC have been doing.
True.
It's true. Next! Before we get into it anymore, because it makes me sick.
Jamie Lee Curtis will not be playing Dr. Kuriha in One Piece Season 2 due to scheduling conflicts. Someone else is being cast in the role.
I didn't know.
I didn't know she was in the first season.
No, me neither.
She wasn't in the first season.
Oh, okay.
So why
she was probably she probably signed on to it, didn't she? And now she can't.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
So she's got a bad team behind her that doesn't know that there's scheduling conflicts.
There are other rumours that it's not about scheduling conflicts either. It's about
direction,
political things, which we won't get
Too
into.
busy making Borderlands.
No, she's on with Freaky Friday 2 at the moment.
Freaky Friday 2, baby. No, but if you've not seen One Piece Season 1, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, some people want Jane Lynch to play the part of this.
No, I know nothing about the actual One Piece manga or anything like that. I know nothing about it. I just know the show. So come at me.
Really, with your ADHD superpower, you could catch up with all 1,400 issues of it.
Couldn't I? Could. Nah. Got other stuff to do. Next.
Just a rumour, but Glenn Powell could be set to star in the Backdraft remake. In a recent interview with CNBC posted to the broadcaster's YouTube channel, Imagine Entertainment co-founder Brian Grazer said not once but twice that a remake of Ron Howard's 1991 firefighting classic Backdraft is in the works, with none other than Powell set to star.
It's a good film, the original one, and I like Glenn Powell.
I love Backdraft.
I don't think they need to do what they should do is do what he's done with Twisters and
just the next
Top Gun.
one.
Just do it as a legacy sequel.
Yep, I agree, mate. It can be modern day, just firefighters, just doing the firefighting.
Maybe throw some of the people from the first film in, now retired, and
yeah,
could be part.
Remember
of the
that other one, Biggie, Towering Inferno? That were good.
I think that's the better way to go these days, rather than just remaking something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just a legacy sequel, innit? Easy. Especially we got Axel Foley recently. That was really good.
Well, especially also when, like, you don't know the characters in Backdraft. It's just a story about firefighting.
You do. Fireman 1, Fireman 2.
Yeah, but
Fireman 3.
It's a good popular film from the time, but it's not like an iconic film where people go back for the characters. It's an action film.
That's what that's
why you can get away with Twisters. Yeah,
because who remembers what? People don't remember the characters; they just know it's.
I know Bill Paxton was called Bill.
Paxton
and Helen,
was in the original.
he was actually called Bill in it, and Helen Hunt and Philip Seymour Hoffman. They don't no one remembers the actual characters really.
Oh, Helen Hunt was so pretty
because those films aren't about the characters at all. They're not. Once up.
I like Twister a lot. It's a scary film. I like Backdraft though. That taught me a lot about fire. Don't open a door.
I've never seen it.
Great movie.
Oh, Don't
never
open
seen
doors. Stig, don't open doors when there's a fire in the building. You'll die.
It's a really good... I mean, I don't think it's dated, but it's a really good movie back in the day.
It's dated, mate. It's fucking shite, but it's a good film.
Wow.
91.
It's good.
Jesus Christ.
It's real fire. That's why it still looks all right. It's not.
Got one hell of a cast.
I was going to say, of course, Noodles loves it. It's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell,
It is
William
Kurt
Baldwin,
Russell.
Robert De Niro, Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Watch it this week. Watch it this week. Go on. Dare you.
It's a good film, man. It taught me a lot about fires when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
You weren't a kid though. That's the difference.
It's hot.
Don't open that door.
Don't open that door.
Spoiler. It's called Backdraft.
Anyway, go on.
Next.
Some quickies here. Halo has been cancelled by Paramount Plus after 2 seasons.
And nothing of value was lost.
Halo. Ooh. Halo had 2 seasons.
Well, everyone. I have not watched it yet because I'm so far behind on everything I've been watching. But I enjoyed the first season. Everybody said the second season was much better. Like everyone said it. The second season was a massive step up.
Fair enough.
So they're looking for someone to try and take it on elsewhere. It's got good production values. Like I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. Actually, and like people just being all like, "Oh, Master Chief doesn't do this." It's like it would have been boring.
How often did he take his helmet off?
Once.
Constantly.
In the show, constantly, yeah. But I don't want to watch like 10 hours of TV of a man in a fucking
I fucking do.
Master Chief costume with no character doing absolutely nothing. That would be so boring. But when he was in the suit and he was kicking ass, he looked great.
Well, yeah, but my thought on it was always just that Halo wasn't really anything that really lent itself to being a TV show or a film.
Or books.
Hey.
No, the books were alright. I really like the first 3.
So how can you not say it's
double standards?
How can you not say it doesn't lend itself to a show or a TV show if it's okay for a book?
Yeah,
it's a story in a book or a story like it's just a different.
Because of the medium that it's presented in. A book can tell the story in the same detail that a game can.
Yeah, but so can a TV show.
Yeah, I'm defending Halo now. I'm biggest Halo fan on the planet.
It was good.
It was just not something I ever saw going to TV.
It weren't amazing.
Neither did I.
It was enjoyable, and I am going to watch season 2. But
was it worth having a Paramount Plus free trial?
I use my dad's. He gets it free through Sky. So.
Even better. So it costs you nothing. It only costs you the electricity that runs your house.
The only reason I haven't watched it yet is just because there's too much other stuff I'm on with.
There's so much
stuff. And then the actual better shows like The Bear and House of Dragon come around. So.
Yeah. Real good shows.
Yeah. Like I still haven't watched Reacher season 2, but I love the first season.
Oh, it's fucking good, mate.
Yeah.
It's really good. I only watch it because look at the state of him. I love him. He's a monster.
Yeah,
I want him to pick me up and take me away.
Next.
Right, Master Grief.
Oh! He's been stewing that one.
Another quick one. Carl Urban confirms that the final season of The Boys will release in 2026.
Fine.
Yeah.
Nice finale. I enjoyed
I
it.
haven't watched it yet, so
No, not yet.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not saying anything.
I like the finale. A bit less bombastic than usual.
I know one spoiler because the internet.
Yeah.
But it's nothing major.
Yeah.
It's something I thought was
It's
going to
good.
happen anyway.
It definitely leads on to a climactic last season.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot to tie up. There's many.
There's not that much to
little
tie up.
I think there's a lot now.
I think
Anyway.
there's not.
They're skipping
Speaking
a
of
lot
which-
from the comics, so
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Gem V Season 2 is aimed to release in 2025.
Mint.
So we'll
Good,
have a
that
little in-betweener.
Mint.
good.
To me, it's not even a separate show. It's the same show.
Yeah, it's part of the whole same thing. Like,
Yeah, it's the same show.
you kind of have to
Okay.
watch them both, I think.
Yep. So we're not going to be without The Boys. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Cool with it. Awesome. Next.
Here's a weird one. A film adaptation of 24 is in early development at 20th Century Studios. More than a
I'm up for it.
decade
I'm genuinely up
after
for
the
it.
original Kiefer Sutherland-led series ended.
But why? What's the point?
Yeah.
It doesn't
For
work.
laugh.
Yeah, but
It's
the
got to be
whole-
24 hours long, this film.
the whole
Surely it
concept-
has to be.
The whole concept is that it's 24. Like, you remember when they did that half season that was 12 hours?
Yeah.
And so the they condensed 2 hours into 1 hour. It's like that's.
I
Although,
think,
as much as I love 24, there was some hours where it's like they're just padding this hour out.
Yeah, they should be brave and just have a 24-hour film. Fuck it.
They did that final season as well, where it just they didn't even go with the realistic time thing. It was just like an 8-episode season.
Yeah.
They didn't get a fuck by the end. Still a good show, though. Still a good show.
It got a bit weak after about the 4th season.
Oh,
no, there was a few later ones. I think it had in the middle. It did kind of dip, but then it.
I think when Dennis Haysbert left the show, I think that was it. When
that was a big yeah.
It was a very good president.
Series where Jack's dad and brother were in it, and it's like they're all part of this big conspiracy and something.
Yeah,
all the families involved. It's like all right. Then.
And how many times can his daughter get kidnapped?
100.
Don't get me wrong, I was completely in love with Alicia Cuthbert when I was a kid. Like, she's amazing. But she was
Has
just
she held up?
being
Does she look good now?
Yeah, she still looks great now.
The thing with her, though, character is that one season she's just a bit of a kind of airhead blonde. And in the next season,
she became hard.
She's like a trained, like, CTU technician, like, computer whiz. It's like, how does that happen within a year?
Fast track college.
Oh yeah, and how many times did they have an insider that was working against them every season?
We do on this podcast every fucking week. Yo.
Many times.
Cool, fuck it. 24-hour long
but
film.
I do love 24, I'll still watch it.
Yeah. Next.
One from Gadget. I'm sure he's happy about this. Weird Al crams 10 years of pop hits into a new polka.
Oh, does it?
A new collection of goofs, the polka parodist, is celebrating the 10-year anniversary of his first album, Mandatory Fun.
His first album, his first #1 album.
Oh, sorry.
Get your Weird Al Yankovic law correct before you come on this show. Right. You know how much he bums in?
He's now coming up with a single song that combines takeoffs from a dozen hits from the past decade. Polka Mania gives the Weird Al treatment to recent hits by Billie Eilish, Adele, Miley Cyrus, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Olivia Rodrigo, Lil Nas X, Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee, Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion, Ariana Grande, and of course, Taylor Swift.
I don't know half of them fucking names.
You'll have heard the songs just in passing, but
do you know what?
It's fucking brilliant.
I don't know if Gadget's still not yet seen that film, but Stig, remember that bit when they go to that polka party in that film?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the film.
Have you seen it now?
Talked about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, I can't remember. But they go to that polka, it's like some kind of hidden, dirty dancing fucking polka party.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
No son of mine will be a polka player.
It's so fucking funny. And there was like, they gave him that accordion at that party, and he's like, no, he's like, just fucking do it. Just do it. He's like, he's just fucking playing accordion like a beast.
Is absolutely brilliant. Even if you're not a fan of Weird Al, it's
so
fucking
funny. Good.
Yeah,
it's on Amazon Prime at the moment. Get it?
It is
fucking watched. It's so fucking good.
I might do it.
Yeah, Polka Mania is it's one of Weird Al's polkas that he's put out. He's put out a few of them over the years. And it's just a medley of songs just in his style, and it's really funny, and really like uplifting and joyful.
You need to remember, Gadget, he hasn't parodied them songs. The songs have parodied him. He invented those songs.
Yes, absolutely. Especially Wet Ass Pussy, which is great how he handles that one, because he doesn't do swearing in his songs.
I've got to listen to this now. This is going to be good.
You absolutely do. And also his take on Old Town Road is just fucking hilarious, especially in the video.
And is it just one song, one long track?
Yeah, it's not even that long. It's only about 4 or 5 minutes long, but it's just he's just taking the chorus and working through each of them. Non-stop. Yeah, non-stop at like 220 beats a minute doing a fucking solid polka.
Bring it back. Polka should be back. It's the forbidden art.
Absolutely. It's so much fun.
It's the new death metal, isn't it? We're burning churches in the name of polka gods next.
But it also the polkas also remind you like how good his band is, how good an accordion player he is, and how good a singer he is.
I think he's like one of the world's best accordion players, isn't he? Ever?
Yeah, and he's
like in like the accordion rock and roll Hall of Fame, if there is ever one.
Yeah, he's a genuine virtuoso. Like he can play. He can play anything on it.
Anything, yeah. And it's a difficult instrument to play, that fucker.
Oh yeah.
Got more buttons than I have. Whew. Anyway, yeah, I'll listen to that. Next. Put it. In fact, Gadget, put it at the end of this show.
I will do.
And I'll not listen to that either. Next.
Sorry, I'll make you listen to it at the end of the recording.
I will listen to it, mate. I will.
Finally over to the weird world web. A flock of sheep acting weirdly were found to have munched down on a crop of weed. Wildfires, heat waves, and flooding had destroyed key grazing areas for the flock near Thessaly in Greece, so the sheep invaded a greenhouse which produces medicinal cannabis. The owner told local newspaper last year that his crop had already been badly damaged by the extreme weather, and once inside the sheep simply finished off what was left. He said, I don't know if it's for laughing or crying. We had the heat wave and we lost a lot of production. We had the floods, we lost almost everything. And now this. The herd entered the greenhouse and ate what was left. I don't know what to say, honestly. 100 kilograms of the crop was destroyed and the sheep were left feeling lightheaded. The shepherd of the flock said his sheep began to exhibit strange behaviour after returning. He said they were jumping higher than goats, which never happens.
They're fucking eating the devil's lettuce. That's why they're fucked. That's fucking badass. I remember that. Did you ever? It reminds me of that article that a few years ago where there were monkeys in a weed farm in Asia, and all these monkeys got fucking stoned, man. And they all got big fucking red eyes and stuff, and just nicking everyone's snacks because they've got fucking munchies. I think it's brilliant when animals get stoned. Don't get your animals stoned, guys.
No, don't.
Waste of weed. It's a waste of weed. Biggie, as the stoner of the group, because Candy's not here, do you condone this? Do you condone it? Or do you think it's a big waste of
kush?
Kush?
For a long time, but yeah, it's there's nothing wrong with it if it's done properly.
I'm not on about you. It's fine. Never mind. Thanks for the news. Let's move on.
What are you asking me then?
I'm asking you if you condone these animals eating all that Kush.
I don't know. It's everybody.
Not if weed should be smoked or not. I don't give a fuck, mate. Who am I to judge?
Oh, so I thought you'd said it.
No, never mind. Good for those sheep. I hope they had a good blazing time.
I just hope it's not a pathway to meth. That's all for them.
I think there's a lot more to meth. I think you can't just eat meth. I think there's some smoking involved. I wouldn't know. Let's move on. What have we been up to this week? I'll start because I've not been, even though I've been away for 2 weeks, I've not been doing that much. I want to talk about House of the Dragon a little bit because House of the Dragon's really fucking good. At first, I didn't like it that much.
Easy one to spoilers because I'm 2 episodes behind.
I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to talk about any of the plot or anything, but I think it's really good. Like I've been watching Game of Thrones as well in background when I'm doing other stuff, but I just love the prose in these films, these shows. I just love how it's high fantasy, but without the verboseness of high fantasy. They all talk like us in a way. Do you get what I mean?
I don't know. That some of them can be pretty verbose. I think
some of them, yeah.
Rhaenyra especially, she's very verbose about things.
Yeah, but she's queenly, isn't she? That's the difference.
Well, yeah,
but just when they're just
developed a massive crush on her.
Yeah. Rhaenyra.
No, like Emma Darcy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Emma Darcy's something else.
They're incredible.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I just really like this. Like, it's a bit slower than Game of Thrones, isn't it? House of the Dragon in general, because there's less characters, so there's not cutting away as much.
I think that's in its benefit as well, because basically you've got two factions, whereas Game of Thrones you would have like about 6 stories per episode.
Yeah, per episode.
I said this on the discussion thread in Roma. They were talking about some people like, oh, it's just like there's not as much going on and it's not as interesting as Game of Thrones. And I said, I'm really enjoying it because I love all the politicking. And I said, and you also have to remember, this is literally just one house, 2 sides, whereas Game of Thrones is several houses on 3 different continents.
Fucking 7 kingdoms.
Yeah, it's like there was so many more characters and things going on, and this is literally focusing on these, and that I kind of love it.
We haven't had that. We haven't had that slow pace that Game of Thrones has had. Like, remember the scenes where Arya's in Bravos training with the fucking no-faced people and how dull that was. That just proper halted the pace massively. But this is just intrigue after intrigue and conniving political. And Matt Smith's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
I fucking love Matt Smith. I
don't think there's actually been any part of House of Dragon that I thought was dull. I thought the first season I thought was a bit shaky. But
I didn't like the first 2 episodes, and I were a bit ropey in it, but we were learning these new people, weren't we?
Yeah, but I think the first season was really held together by Paddy Considine.
Oh, God, he's so fucking good, that man.
But now that we've kind of got into the swing of it and onto like this season is mostly the main conflict so far.
And they've let Matt Smith off the reins. He's just mental.
I'm very much enjoying the Matt Smith stuff at Harrenhal, like the hallucinations and stuff. And
yeah, me too.
I'm also enjoying that. Obviously, Game of Thrones didn't really have it because it was only Daenerys who had dragons. So I'm very much enjoying the dragon content in this.
Yes,
like the point that I'm up to is that battle.
Oh, right, yeah. But it's funny that you brought the dragons up because I think the dragons. Yes, it's called House of the Dragon. We know this, but it adds a dynamic to it where these houses, this warring houses, are the nuclear powers in this
the
world.
Weapons of mass destruction.
And they've all got nukes, and it's like proliferation, isn't it? That's what the show's about. Like, it's countermeasures, and like you launch your dragon, I'll launch my dragon.
Yeah,
we'll see which. And it's so clever.
The dragons are the mutually assured destruction.
Yes, they are. Yeah, and as we know in the context of this. The house does end by the end, by Game of Thrones, doesn't it? It's a fallen dynasty, but it's interesting to see how. That's what I like. And I think it's like 300 years set before Game of Thrones.
No, it's only about 150. I think it's like 3 generations before.
Oh, is it? But it's still like there's enough for growth and there's enough for these characters. Like even in back in Game of Thrones on that show, they were saying like the last few dragons in Westeros, they were size of dogs. Do you know what I mean? They never got to that glory days that Aegon the Conqueror had.
Yeah, like Vhagar is supposed to be like a 400-year-old dragon or something.
Like exactly. Like I just think it's great. It's a great show.
Speaking of Aegon, I really like the actor who plays Aegon.
I do.
I think he's done the character well, being this kind of tempestuous, impatient little shit of a king.
But he's not evil like Joffrey or anything like that.
No, he's not. He's not evil. He's impulsive.
He's impulsive, but that's a great way to describe him.
And he's a good counterbalance to Rhaenyra, who is very stoic and reserved and wants to be sure before she does anything. She's
quite reactive rather than proactive as well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. She's. I just think it's a great show, and it's got legs, but it's a shame it hasn't got that many. It can't do 8 seasons, obviously.
I think it'll do 3 or 4.
I do, and then they're going to move on to the Aegon the Conqueror saga, aren't they? Backing even further.
They've got
Duncan and Egg.
Yeah, next.
Yeah. I like the world of Westeros and stuff like that. It's good, but that's not the main thing. The main thing.
Somebody had muted about trying to do a Jon Snow spin-off, but I think that's got.
No,
I'm not interested in that.
Couldn't get the funding or the interest in that.
No,
Kit Harington was trying to make that happen because I don't think he's actually able to do anything.
I'm sorry, but Kit Harington is not the lead I need. He's got nothing, mate. In this show, I'm watching Game of Thrones again, and it's like, we've got to do this. We've got to do it. Shut up! You know nothing, Jon Snow. Literally,
you're not even from Yorkshire.
He's fucking crap, but he's pretty, so everyone likes him. It doesn't work that way. But yeah, the main. I mean, I have done some other little bits. I've started the Mortal Kombat 1 story mode. I don't know if any of you have played this, but I'm not going to get into it.
It's like ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, I got it. I got it when I traded some stuff in for 25 quid. We traded some other games, so I didn't pay a penny for it really. But we aren't spoiling it. This is the best Mortal Kombat fucking story I've ever, because I've started from scratch. Started from the beginning.
Is it really?
Yeah, genuinely, I think it's fucking brilliant. Genuinely,
I guess it can start from scratch based on the end of the previous one.
Yeah, it's completely started from scratch, and it's really good. I just got the trophy saying I'm halfway through the story campaign, and I'm about 8 hours in, so it's a long one. It's really good, but if you don't like long cutscenes, you won't like that story mode because they were like 15-minute cutscenes sometimes in between fights.
That's what keeps me interested in Mortal Kombat. Is I literally buy it just to play the
I ain't touched any of the multiplayers or anything like that.
Like Tekken.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good. I recommend it. If you can get it for lower than 20 quid anywhere, pick it up. It's a great story mode. But the main thing I want to talk about is a little game I picked up called, you probably know it, Pacific Drive. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard some good things. The guys on Pixel Lit were talking about it for a little while.
That's why I picked it up. Because I love that show. Pacific Drive is a first-person driving roguelike survival horror game, if you can think of that. But that's what it is. How do I explain it? At some point in time, the Pacific Northwest, parts of the Pacific Northwest in America were cordoned off. Like, remember Escape from New York, where they cordoned it off from the outside world? Like that, because some strange goings-ons happened there, and they had to cordon it off. You play as a guy that somehow got through, and you're exploring the Pacific, basically Pacific Northwest, in a car. Your first little run, because it's a roguelike, but it masks that very well. It doesn't feel like a roguelike, but it is. You start driving off, and your car breaks down, and guess what? It's also a mechanic simulator.
Yes, you've got to maintain your car.
You've got to maintain your car constantly. You've got to look at your fuel gauge. You've got to see if there's a monster chasing you behind. Have you got enough time to nip out, fill up your fuel with your canteen that you've got spare it back? It doesn't do nothing automatic for you. Even the wipers are not automatic. You have to turn the wipers on. You have to turn the flashlights on, the headlights on. You have to do everything. And every so often, it's literally called a run. You'll get to a checkpoint, which is a safe house, and you refuel, and you can put extra stuff on your car. Your car is basically your skill tree. You put extra things on your car. You can put guns on your car. You can put fucking like alien counters. You know, on Alien the films, so you know if anything's coming to get you. You can put stuff like that on it.
Sensor.
Or you can think, no, I'm going to put it on my, because you can get out of the car. You can walk around. You can explore. You can attack these creatures. So you can either put stuff on yourself if you think, and when you die, you start the run again, but you've gained these blueprints now, so you can constantly keep upgrading like a roguelike. That's about as roguelike as it gets. It's really fucking good, guys. I'm playing it on my Mac, of all things.
Oh, yeah.
And
I just had a look on Steam. It's on sale at the minute as well.
No, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. No.
I have enough things to play right now. I'm not buying anything.
Put it in your wish list.
Fair warning. If you don't like being chased in games, this ain't for you. This is a proper like pants wetting. And guess what? You can't just turn the camera around to look what's chasing you. You have to look in the what's it called? The rear view mirror.
Rear view mirror.
To see if you can tell I don't drive, can't you? Luckily though, these are American cars, so they're all automatics. But you still have to put the car in park and neutral and fucking drive. It's just really good and frantic. Like, it's the risk reward in it, Gadget, that I really like.
Right.
And a good roguelike has good risk reward. Like, you can go on the main path and clear your run, or you can sneak off. You're just in a snicket or a little lane, and there's a light above the crest of the hill. You think, there's got to be something there. Shall I risk it? And you get up there and you've got, fucking hell, I've got a new hammer. I've got a new thing I can put on my car. Battering ram I can put on my car. And then as soon as you pick that stuff up, monsters. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get fucked up. Is it worth it? I don't know. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I don't know how it's reviewed or anything like that.
It's reviewed really well, but a lot of people really love it.
The Pixel Lit guys said it's one of those survival roguelike games that, for people that don't like survival roguelike, because it's just really smart and really, if you like cars as well, it's a weird one because it's a proper car game, and I love a car game. Like, the car's technically the main character, even though you can get out and you can do stuff. But yeah, and it's also got really good inventory management where you can only fit so much in your car unless you upgrade your car. Do you want an estate car, or do you want a faster car so you can escape? It's all up to you, and and the art style's like, it looks like what's that game, that Firewatch? Remember Firewatch?
Yeah.
It looks like that, which is kind of cel-shaded kind of thing, which allows the game to do some crazy fucking things. And it's running full whack on my Mac, like fucking extreme maximum settings, and it's smooth as fuck, 60 frames per second. I think it's on consoles as well.
It is, yeah.
But I kind of prefer having keyboard for all the hotkeys and stuff.
Oh, he's turning into a PC gamer.
Well, a Mac gamer.
Still using a keyboard.
Yeah, still using it. I just think it's easier for your fingers to click them. Do you know what I mean? It's just easier.
Yeah. Oodles.
I'm really fucking enjoying this. It's really good. I think it's got legs, and it's got longevity to it as well. I don't know how long it takes to beat, but I'm nowhere near on a good run. I've got to a few checkpoints, and it got to the point where the world started crumbling beneath my tyres. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And it's got that weird control vibe, the paranormal vibe to it. Like, you don't technically know what's happening, and characters are talking to you through radios, like, you gotta get here. Oh my god! And then you can hear them all getting killed, and you get to checkpoint, and you see them all killed. You know what I mean? It's really fucking good. Pacific Drive, it's called, and I recommend it to everyone. If it's cheap, get it. I think full whack, it's like 30 quid. Full whack, I think.
It's only 25 quid on Steam full whack, so it's like 50% off at the minute.
Get it now, then. Just buy it, Gadget, and play it whenever you can.
Yeah, I might do.
There's no point in waiting because it's going to go back up in price, isn't it?
Mm.
If it's cheap on PlayStation and Xbox, get it. It might even be on Game Pass for all I know. It's fucking really good. If you just want something, like, you don't have to think about the story. You don't have to think. You can just fucking drive about the Pacific Northwest.
It's even cheaper on CD keys, £12.
Fuck, mate. There's no excuse. I want others to play it so they can talk about their runs with me, and I can talk about the blueprints and stuff. It's really good. Also, again, it's just a game that I'm playing in between Balatro, but I've heard that, Gadget, you've been obsessed with that as well.
Yeah.
Isn't it a fun that Balatro?
Yep.
I envy people that are like, I'm not interested in it. I envy people that have not played it.
That's me then.
Don't. I'm recommending you not to play it. Don't ever play it.
I'm not gonna ever play it. No interest.
I don't want
Never.
to play
whatsoever.
it. Doesn't sound like my thing at all.
Good. It's
Addictive,
better for them, isn't it, Gadget? It's better for them.
Yeah.
I don't get addicted to games like that either anyway, so I'm not really...
You would.
I don't. I've never ever...
It's better for you. Better for you.
Been addicted to that. The only one I ever once was like a Football Manager game on my phone. And after I'd won everything, including winning the World Cup and the Premier League at the same time, because I was manager of the country and club, I was like...
I'm president of the world.
There's nothing left. There is nothing left anymore. But I'd never get like that with games. Anyway.
It only takes one game to get you hooked.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, don't play Balatro because it's addictive. Play Pacific Drive because it's a nice breath of fresh air.
Because it's
genre.
addictive.
And I'm quite addicted to it already. I kind of like the controls. I kind of like the survival aspect to it, and the risk reward is fucking worth it. I know people get the fucking shrug their shoulders with roguelikes and stuff like that, but it's just a gameplay mechanic to make it so when you die, you're not wasting your time. It's helping you as a player. Pacific Drive. Buy it. Stig, what you been up to?
First thing is, this week I completed Still Wakes the Deep.
Is it good? Because I wanted to get that, but it was 30 quid.
Yeah, it's not 30 quid good. I'll put it that way. So,
it's a Game Pass good.
Yeah, it's a survival horror game made by the Chinese Room, published by Secret Mode. It's a story about Kaz McCleary. He's a Scottish man who goes off onto an oil rig this kind of like the story throughout. You see flashbacks and things, and you kind of have conversations with people throughout that kind of unlocks the story on why he's on there and why he's had this argument with his wife. So I won't go into that too much, but suffice to say, you play as Kaz on this oil rig off the shores of Scotland, and while he's there, a big monster comes out of the sea and attacks
No way.
the oil rig. And it starts...
Who woke the deep?
Basically, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it starts to infect the oil rig and starts to kind of mangle its way around it and changing the environment and crushing sections of it. But
do you know what that reminds me of? That story, Gadget, you'll know. Remember the game Cold Fear?
Yes, I remember Cold Fear. Great game.
It reminds me of that. No, it was a good game. Cold Fear was good.
But what it's also doing that is it's kind of infecting the minds of some of the workers there, while also taking over the bodies of others and turning them into
like Lovecraftian.
Turn them into these huge, like, mangled creatures. Let's see, like they still
are they undescribable?
No, they still have their body, but it's like all mangled up, and then they have all these like tentacles coming out of them, but they still also have like part of themselves within them, like. They're not just mindless monsters. Yeah. They kind of talk. They recognize you when they see you, and they say things that are like they're talking about. They're like,
but it's a walking sim. There's no actual gameplay in that. Yes. So you've just got to avoid them.
So it's a walking sim, yeah. So you are basically going from point A to point B, trying to avoid these monsters or trying to sort problems out on the rig to stop it from, exploding or flooding and things like that.
You still got a job to do.
Basically, yeah.
Health and safety.
But while you're out, while you're there,
HR's still alive.
yeah, so you're trying to launch the lifeboats. You're trying to get to the roof to the helicopter, but obviously shit keeps going wrong. But throughout all of this, you're like bumping into other characters and other survivors, and you're trying to help them with stuff, and there's like a story progressing between them.
Yeah.
And so it looks really great. It's done in Unreal 5. Like it's a really, really, really.
I really wanted to play it when I heard the dialogue.
The dialogue and the script is amazing. It's its best feature, to be honest. Like the conversations between the characters, it's
just real, isn't it?
All of them Scottish. It's one of the most real games, like conversations I've ever heard. Like they talk to each other like you'd expect,
like we do,
British people to talk to each other. Because I think there is one of the guys is English, the rest of them are Scottish. And the Scottish the Scottish slang in there, and like I said the other week, I've never heard the word cunt used so much in a video game before. It's just the little things that if you're British, you will understand. So I could imagine like an American playing this and just be like, what the fuck are they talking about? But you'll see.
Why is he saying nay instead of no?
Heed. Me heed instead of
Why
head.
is it, what is a heed?
Yeah, like, and it's spelled HEED, or like it says heed on the the subtitle.
What is he saying? Is he Irish? He sounds Irish to me.
Yeah, but
I wanted to play it because it was giving off Thing vibes. Is that?
Yes, it does have
say,
like Thing kind of
like
vibes. But my biggest problem with this, I would say that it's meant to be a survival horror. I never once felt scared
and you can't die.
Well, you can die, but you just obviously respawn.
Yeah.
Where you're at, but there's no combat. The only thing that you have to kind of get around the monsters is picking objects up and throwing them. That's it.
Like real life.
Yeah, but that's it. Like that's your only like.
So there's nothing, not even like a crowbar.
No, there's nothing that like you know what you'll pick up like fire extinguishers, but it's only used to get up to just extinguish fires. I thought maybe it might be used as you can spray the monster and stuff like that. Yeah. So other than running away, hiding and distracting, like, and I know that like that's kind of what Outlast does, but Outlast
does it
scared me.
Fucking frightening.
Outlast scared me more, and it felt like in Outlast you can get found easier. In this, if you can literally just hide in a spot and look at the creature dead in the eyes, and it doesn't do anything.
It won't see you.
Because it can't actually get into that.
And with Outlast, he's chasing you with his cock out.
Yeah, but like if you hide under a bed and they see you, they pull you out and you're fucked.
They pull you out and fucking rip you.
In this, they don't pull you out. You could just literally stare at it, and then it gets bored and walks away. So it does have its problems. Its strengths are in the environment. The characters, the script, the music, like the ambience and the soundtrack and everything, all of that is absolutely amazing.
I'm gonna get it when it's a tenner. If anyone sees it for a tenner, I'm gonna jump on it.
Perfect for Game Pass. If you've got Game Pass, I would say it's a great 5 to 7 hour game, depending on how long it takes you to get through these kind of games.
But it's not on Game Pass, which makes Game Pass defunct, doesn't it?
It is on Game Pass.
Oh, is it?
I just said that.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
wow, Biggie. You're so anti-Xbox, you can't even hear the truth.
I'm sweltering here. I'm not concentrating.
Oh, turn your fucking fan on then.
So, I see the scores. 3 out of 5, 7 out of 10.
That's fine, though, isn't it?
Yeah. I had a good time with it. I don't regret playing it.
I'm definitely picking it up, just for the pros alone. But I want it to be about a tenner.
Yeah, a good ambience, good atmosphere. It's the horror aspect of it and the scares.
It's about as scary as nothing.
I wish they'd done lots more with it. Yeah. What I do actually, one little note is I do like the way that they indicate where things are. So obviously it kind of has yellow markings to say, this is where you go.
You can climb this ladder.
Yeah, but it's done in a way that it's the steel girders are painted yellow.
Because they would be in real life.
Or you see some paint knocked over and it's splashed paint on the floor to like So it's not just like in those like Tomb Raider where everything is white for some reason.
Oh, wait, remember Far Cry 2 when you're in not 2, 3 when you're in Himalayas. Or whichever one you're in Himalayas, and it's like there's still there's still this painted yellow mountains.
Yeah, it's not like that.
What the fuck are you on about?
The indications on where you go like are kind of woven within the actual environment, which I thought was
that's
a really
cool.
good way
I like
of doing
that.
it.
I like that.
That didn't feel intrusive and like made you feel stupid.
I like Chinese Room did Edith Finch, didn't they?
They did. What did they do? Did Everyone's Gone to the Rapture?
Rapture.
Yeah.
I think they did
Dear
Edith
Esther. Might be what
Dear
you're
Esther,
thinking.
that's the one.
Yeah.
And I really like that. And that's just a walking sim, but it's the story just. I do like a walking sim. I just don't like shit-uns.
Yeah, I like walking sims. But
There's a lot of shit ones.
This
that's
one
the
is good.
problem.
Like this one is good. But
yeah,
I wish the horror had just been ramped up a bit.
and not at £35 that it's on PlayStation at the moment.
Yeah, I wouldn't. For me, it's not £35.
Sounds like a Game Pass game.
Oh, honest to God, you're a joke. You've been watching a film, haven't you, Stig? You went to see a film,
I did go to see a film. I actually watched its predecessor the night before. So we watched Twister.
and it's Twister's
So we
good.
watched Twister, and then after that, the girls decided that they wanted to see Twisters. It was a choice between that and
Pound,
Despicable
baby.
Me 4, so I'm glad that they went with Twisters.
Whew, that could have been a bad day at cinema. That.
You know, I've never seen Twister.
Oh, it's so good.
It's pure 90s style action. Great
Yeah,
little blockbuster. It stars Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, like we said before. It's got a great cast. She's got Philip Seymour Hoffman, Alan Ruck, Carrie Elwes.
Yeah,
A few people.
and
in
it's
it.
got a massive fucking tornado in it.
Yeah. And this
Massive.
it's a legacy sequel, but it has no links to the original. There's no characters returning.
They're just tornado
They're
chasers.
just tornado chasers, which is a bit weird because there is a perfect opportunity to have Helen Hunt in this.
yeah,
there's a
it could have just been like a.
There is a character in this who could have been Helen Hunt,
Do you reckon Helen just couldn't be asked?
maybe, or maybe they just. I don't know. I never.
What's Helen Hunt do? What's Helen Hunt doing at the moment?
Chilling, I think.
I have no idea. Actually, I haven't been a long
I
time.
haven't seen her in fucking years.
Yeah,
She used to be everywhere.
I don't know what the last thing she was in it, but unless she's retired or like she's been ill or something, I don't know. But
Yeah.
she could have been basically the mum of.
But this is Glenn Powell's show.
Well, it's actually not.
Is it not? I thought he was the main guy.
He is, but it's more Daisy Edgar Jones' film. It centers around her, with Glenn Powell and Anthony Ramos being the kind of side characters in it. Right, so this is Daisy Edgar Jones. It plays Kate, who she's kind of trying to do something at the start of the film, and it ends in tragedy. And then we kind of skip to 5 years later, where she's decided to give up her dream of trying to tame a tornado. So what she's trying to do is researching ways of trying to stop tornadoes before they wreak havoc.
What, in like a fucking ghost trap from Ghostbusters?
No, like they're trying to release something into the tornado, which kind of disperses it and stops it from carrying on.
Oh, to stop the like wind pressure type.
Yeah, so they're trying to basically stop tornadoes before they can tear through towns and kill people and destroy things.
Just don't live in Tornado Valley, guys. That's my tip.
Yeah, Anthony Ramos' character, Javi, comes back into her life and basically says, I've got this thing going on. There's been unprecedented levels of tornadoes going on in Oklahoma.
But they call them twisters, don't they?
No, they call them both, I think. They call them tornadoes, yeah. We need you to. I really need your help because you're the best. Like, I've never worked with anyone that's better than you. Like, she is Rain Man Tornado. like she just has this like ability. To know. She looks at the weather patterns and the way that the
look at the clouds going. That cumulonimbus
I'm not
looks
even
like it's
joking.
turning into a
she
tornado.
Looks at the clouds in the sky. That's going to be a storm. That's not. She looks at the way the wind's moving.
That is fucking
weird.
The
way that the wheat and the grass is moving in the fields, and she can figure out what's going to be
Who she thinks she is? Storm from X-Men.
Yeah, it was. And so she goes and helps him out. She takes a week off work, what she's doing now, and she goes trying to help him out. And while she's there, Tyler, who played by Glenn Powell, is also there, and he is a tornado chaser. He has a YouTube channel. He has a whole crew with him. They chase tornadoes.
Is he brash?
Yeah, they drive into tornadoes. They set fireworks off into it because it looks cool.
Love tornadoes, man.
Yeah, they've got drones flying around, like all this like kind of macho, like American music playing on the speakers as they're driving around chasing these tornadoes.
Is it Creedence Clearwater Revival? Probably.
I can't remember what it is that they play out of it.
White Snake.
The first one they played
Deep
Purple. Not Deep Purple.
Yes.
Pink Floyd. In the first...
Which one? I can't seen it in years.
Yeah, I can't remember which bloody song it was now, but Philip Seymour Hoffman's character always like banging on like tunes when they're chasing the tornadoes.
It's the only way to chase tornadoes, mate, with some banging tunes.
Yeah. But the good thing about this is that Glenn Powell's character, he does have a little bit of nuance and a character behind him. He isn't just a jock that you kind of... You meet him at the beginning, he seems that way, but there's a lot more to him and his team rather than just being tornado chasers. And yeah, so it's just a really good, fun summer blockbuster. It is very much like aping on that 90s blockbuster feel. It's good. This literally could have been in the 90s and you wouldn't...
It just looks better.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised that it's done really well. We went to a show at 1:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday and there was a good amount of people in there.
Yeah.
So it's doing really well. It's obviously playing off the kind of nostalgia of Twister, but...
I've seen it advertised fucking everywhere.
And that helps. Because
literally every YouTube video, every fucking... I've been watching Now TV. It's on every fucking... In between every fucking 5 minutes of Now TV.
So many people saying one of the problems with a lot of films is like stuff like The Fall Guy, is that they just don't see advertising for it. So they don't know about it. Whereas you're right, this has had like advertisements everywhere.
It's on buses, man.
But it has some really great set pieces. Obviously, they can ramp up the CGI and the set pieces with this they could do compared to the 96 film. And the actual real great moments of like peril and fear. Like I was sat in the cinema feeling
shit in your stomach.
Yeah, I was like, it was like you generally fear like for some of the main characters are gonna get like fucking swept up at this point.
I watched a guy on TikTok saying he went to the 4D experience of Twisters, and he's like, he went in,
spinning round in the chair.
He went, this is me before. He came out, his fucking hair's up in the sky.
Blowing wind at you and like spraying water on you.
On this TikTok video, I'll send it. Yeah, on this TikTok video, there's a warning saying, "Please don't purchase any food for this show because you will spill the fucking food everywhere." Because there was blasting wind at everybody. I thought that must be amazing. He wouldn't let asthmatics in there or anything.
Honestly, though, if you really enjoyed the first one and you just want a really good like summer blockbuster, like that's cool, got set pieces, got some peril in, got decent characters in. It also stars Katie O'Brien. I thought she was from Love Lies Bleeding. It's got David Corenswet in it, the new Superman.
Does he look good in it?
Yes, but like obviously this was filmed.
Not as big.
I think this is filmed before he got the Superman gig, so he's obviously a side character. And it's actually quite ironic for me in that some of the stuff he says in this film, and I'm thinking, as Superman, you'd be the completely opposite.
Right.
And also in the last Superman film, his dad got killed in a tornado.
What?
Not the same Superman, but you know, it's like the character.
Yeah. That's cool.
But yeah, it's really good fun.
I'm up for it. But my next cinema is going to be Deadpool Wolverine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like kind of, the amazing. You aren't going to come out and go, that is the greatest film ever. But you're going to enjoy.
It's good to take the family.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy your time with it. It's definitely fine for kids. There's peril in there, but it's not.
There's no shagging inside the tornado.
No, but there's no like blood and guts and that. It's definitely a family film on that front. But yeah.
Do you know what I miss?
Sound-wise.
I want it to come out. Like in the next couple of years. I miss a good volcano disaster film.
Oh, we haven't had a volcano one for a while.
We had a volcano. Do you know that just appears?
Oh, yeah, because last one was Pompeii, and that was pants.
Pompeii was crap.
Well, that's because it had Kit Harington in it.
Yeah, and we had that one. We had that one with was it The Rock, where Yellowstone turned into a super volcano? Remember that one?
What was that?
I don't remember that one. I remember San Andreas.
Yeah, that's the one.
No, that was Earthquakes. That one.
That was Earthquakes. That one, yeah.
Yeah, that was Earthquakes. Nothing will beat actual volcano. A volcano in the middle of LA.
What about Dante's Peak?
I would say Dante's Peak was a bit much.
No,
it's got James Bond in it.
I always preferred Volcano. That moment when that guy jumps
saves his dog.
When he jumps off the back of the train.
Oh yeah, that's horrific.
And he can't make it, and he lands in the lava. And it's like
he's walking. Oh. I want another volcano. We had a comet one, didn't we? With Don't Look Up. We've had comets and asteroids. I want Hollywood to bring back.
No, it was Greenland.
Greenland
was the comet. The asteroid one.
Was.
Don't Look Up was like just kind of what the building up to it happening.
Yeah, it didn't matter about the actual comet, did it?
No.
Yeah, Greenland. Oh, I remember Greenland. Gerard Butler.
There's a sequel coming out.
What's it called?
I think it's just Greenland
2.
Iceland.
It's about the aftermath, obviously, of it.
Moonfall 2. That's coming soon.
Oh God.
Don't Look Down.
It's actually called Greenland Migration.
Don't Look Down would be a good thing for a volcano film. Telling you, because it comes from the ground. But that's what we need, a new volcano film. Is that you, Stig? Because that's more or less enough.
That's me. If you don't, like I say, if Deadpool versus Deadpool and Wolverine is not your bag, you don't care about that, but you want a good summer blockbuster.
Get to see Twisters.
Yep.
Yeah. Into it, Biggie.
I had a quiet week this week.
Of course you did.
Still playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Did you read Lord of the Rings instead?
Why, is that all he's been doing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, you clearly didn't listen to the last episode.
I don't listen to this show.
It's bullshit.
Crap.
Yeah, I just took out Orin in Baldur's Gate 3, so you kind of know where I am at there. I've got Gortash left.
She's fucking tough, Orin.
She is.
It was easy for me.
All right, Billy Big Bollocks.
Oh, I'm just saying, I found it the easiest fight.
It's ahead of me. I've
fight
just
so
not
far.
been back in ages.
You're
I love the game so
back.
much.
You're never
I am.
back.
I love it so much, but I'm terrible because I keep picking up and playing other games. And my biggest problem is playing it on the PC. Like, I sit at PC all day.
You've got to commit, and you've got to commit to it. Yeah, I get that.
PlayStation, baby. I have been doing a rewatch of The Bear with the wife because she's not seen it. So
Never talked about that, have we?
First couple of episodes of season 2 at this point. But the one thing I have been watching, and I am conflicted, and I don't know how to talk about it. So I'm only going to mention it. We don't have to talk about it much.
Okay, that's
you
fine,
guys
mate.
have already. I started watching Cobra Kai.
Oh, it never dies, mate. Cobra Kai never dies.
Don't understand what I'm watching.
You need to you need to grow up.
I can't work out if they're in on the joke or not because
What joke?
It's dead serious.
the writing is really funny at times.
What, you mean
There
that
are some
half of
actually-
Beverly Hills are now Kung Fu Masters?
No,
what
yeah,
joke
but this
is
is
that?
season 1. This is season 1, so I'm watching
Oh, it gets better.
Yeah, season 1 is
Right?
like, it's good, but it gets better and better as it goes along.
It becomes
Some of
Power Rangers.
The acting is from all over is atrocious. It feels so B-movie kind of.
Yep.
That awful American television. The rehash of the movie, the cutscene. There's one scene where Johnny's driving and he's drunk because of what's happened in his life, and he has him having flashbacks of that final fight in The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
And his reactions to the flashbacks are just hysterical while he's driving. And I'm just like, are they in on this? Are they actually thinking this is almost like a parody of the movie?
Yes, they know what they're doing.
But then they try and do some serious plot points and serious acting as well. And it just comes across like, this is not good acting.
It's a meta show. It knows what it's doing. The creators have come out and said, we've created this film as if we were 6-year-old watching Karate Kid. They've literally said that.
It's amazing. It's so good.
It's so fucking good. It's brilliant. It's next level.
It is literally. I sit watching it with a massive grin on my face because of how fucking stupid it is. But it's so enjoyable.
But
put it into your head, Biggie. Put it into your head that imagine a 6-year-old's directing it. Because that's what they've done deliberately.
No,
it's
I
not
get
serious.
that. I think maybe it's not. It might not be for my generation.
Look at Daniel LaRusso, right? Look at him. He would not be able. He would not be able to pull that woman he's with.
He roundhouse kicked.
At 60 years old.
This is how stupid it is.
It was awful.
That Johnny's and Daniel's life have been shaped by a fucking karate competition when they were 17 years old. When they were kids. Their whole life has been shaped. His whole life has fallen to bits because he lost a karate competition when he was a teenager.
I get all that. It's
and Daniel got to go off
and
get the gorgeous wife and all the money.
Mansion.
Have this beautiful family, and he can't stomach that. And it all comes down to that
one
moment when they were teenagers. And it's
because he cheated, because Daniel LaRusso cheated in the tournament.
And it's stupid, but it's amazing. And then Gang Wars, it's like the Bloods and the Crips. Between Cobra Kai and
Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi-Do, yeah.
I'm just watching it, and it's
nearly out soon, isn't it?
I'm
New
laughing
season.
At times, other times I'm just cringing.
I think
that's it. I don't know.
It's so fucking good. It makes me want to become a karate master.
But I can't. I just realised when I was debating about writing, who's in it, just in case we hadn't covered it, because I know you guys.
Oh, we've fucking reviewed it loads. I mean, every time a new season comes out, we talk about it.
Yeah, season 6. How has this been going on for?
Because it's amazing and everyone loves it.
I don't know.
Stig, tell him that Cobra Kai never dies.
Never dies, mate. Cobra Kai. Honestly, if you've seen the 3 original Karate Kid films,
it's so good.
The people that they bring back and the way they bring back,
so good.
Oh, it's just. It's
so good.
So fucking good.
Jackie Chan's going to be in this new season.
Well, the speculation, everyone's like...
Jackie fucking Chan.
Everyone's like, they need to bring Jackie Chan and Hilary Swank in to make it complete.
Fuck me, this show is so fucking... Mate, there's scenes where the whole school is fighting each other, including teachers and principals and stuff. It's so good.
How good is John Kreese, though?
John Kreese is such a good guy.
He's not in it yet. So
get ready. Get fucking ready.
John Kreese. Amazing.
He's like Heihachi Mishima.
I might just keep going. I don't know. I'm up
keep
to
going,
episode
mate. Keep fucking going.
Season 1. I'm just kind of like, I'm still watching it, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to. But
I think it's one of the most special shows in recent history, mate. It's so fucking good. It's not. You can't even watch it with kids. That's what's fucked up, because there's shagging in it.
But the thing is, it's just kind of like, I could watch Succession, the morning show.
It's not the same thing.
I think not.
They're dramas.
There's quality drama there that I could be watching, yet I'm watching Cobra Kai. I just don't get it.
Mate, I fucking love that show.
I'm conflicted at the minute.
It's quality TV. You're not wasting your time.
You're not, mate. Whew, that stuff that happens. Oh, that tournament in last season. Oh my God, my ass were puckering. You didn't know who's going to win and who's going to die, but they don't die. They just get knocked out of the karate tournament.
Might as well be dead.
Gadget, that's what it is. They might as well be dead.
Have you watched any of it, Gadget?
No. But to be honest, it's been so long since I've seen it. The first Karate Kid movie, I wouldn't know the references yet, so I'd need to rewatch.
You don't need to, because it's all shown in flashbacks.
No, you do need to know.
Literally, the whole movie is flashbacks.
I do need to know.
I think you need to watch them. Yeah, you do. Because there's characters that come in and go, oh, it's him, the assistant to Karate Kid 2. It's fucking great. I love it. I just stop slagging Karate Kid off. Stop. Have you met Stingray yet? He's not a nonce, promise.
Okay. But yeah, that's my week.
It's going to get better, mate, if you keep watching that. Gadget. Finish me off.
Oh, I'll finish you off. Kind of carrying on from what I wrote in last week, still playing a lot of Balatro, still playing a lot of EVE Online. I joined a new a new PvP guild in EVE Online, the Pandemic Horde. I've never seen an online gaming group with such organisation. I had to do onboarding to learn how they do things.
Sounds dull.
No, it's fun actually. I'm literally mining in the background now while we're talking.
It's just a job.
Yeah, it is. Some people like have shifts on there. Like I'm a casual player, so I just dip in and out and play what I want. But yeah, there are people there that have rooted times to be in. It's really weird.
I wonder what them gentlemen look like, because it's definitely men.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely all men.
I wonder what they look like in real life. I'd like to see through their webcam.
I don't think you would like to see through it. It'll probably look like Asmongold's bedroom.
What's that mean?
You know him. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll let Stig explain that one to you.
Oh, is it that guy with the long hair and he's got that fucking minging bedroom, but he's a millionaire?
Yeah, lives in a rat house.
He wipes blood on the wall because he's got a problem with his gums. And rather than using tissue, he just wipes the blood off his hands on his wall.
Fucking hell, mate. Yeah, it's all them type of people, yeah.
Yeah.
Incels.
And somehow he's earned a shitload of money.
But he's not bought a cleaner.
Yeah. So, but while I was away with work, I listened through a couple of audiobooks that I thought I'd talk about this week.
We'd like to hear.
So the first one was We'll Leave the Galaxy for Good by Yahtzee Croshaw, which is the third of his sci-fi books. Carrying on the story of Dashford Pierce as a ex-star pilot trying to find his way in a very capitalistic world. I'm not really going to go much into the story of it because that kind of spoils the first and second books, like what happens in it. But it's a Yahtzee book. It's very funny. It's very wry, very cutting about modern sci-fi and about modern times. It's got a real big thing about AI art in it, which I really, really like. Yeah. No, it's the three Jacques McKeown books. That's what's the series are called. They're really good.
I know you've chatted about this gentleman before because he was a YouTuber, wasn't he?
He still is. He did Zero Punctuation.
That's the one. And you've always said, read his stuff, watch his things. I've just never got onto it yet, but I might. I might.
Yeah, he's got a very easy writing style. Like it's not complicated. So
I'm not bothered then. I want complicated.
Well, if you want complicated, the next one I'm going to talk about, you'll be into.
Let's
the main
go.
one. So I've talked about Adrian Tchaikovsky a bit this year because I've read two of his books. I've read Children of Time and Children of Ruin. I've got the third one queued up on Audible next, but I thought I wanted something different, and this is his latest book. It just came out this year. It's called Service Model. The top of the tagline for it says, a humorous tale of robotic murder from the Hugo-nominated author of Elder Race and Children of Time. So, what this is about, this follows a service model called Charles, and he is a personal valet to a very wealthy human. And every morning he has his task list, so he has to wake up and check the master's travel arrangements. Now, his task list from the previous night explains that he had to do that as well. And the last thing he does at night, the first thing he does in the morning, is check the travel arrangements because the master's never told him not to do it.
Fair play, yeah.
The master hasn't left the manor in 10 years or so.
But I like how you say master.
Master. But every morning he puts out the master's travel clothes because one time the master did leave and the master has never told him not to do it. And so on and so forth. Basically,
I see a theme.
Yeah, basically, everything from Charles's perspective is run in a very precise order of logic. And it is that robotic logic where it can actually kind of twist itself into a circle to try and make logic work. So...
the old robot paradox.
Yeah. So as part of the kind of the opening chapter, while Charles is helping his master kind of get ready for the day, one of his jobs is to shave him. And then after he shaves him, things start looking a bit weird. He's cleaning the inside of the car. He notices a lot of red around.
Oh, shit.
Then he's folding clothes and he says there's red stains on them. And eventually he works out that when he was shaving him, he accidentally killed his master.
Killed him.
And then Charles tries to work it, because Charles doesn't have anything in his program to deal with him killing the master.
Yeah, because it's not part of his algorithm.
It's not part of his program. Yeah. He's not programmed to kill his master. So he tries to work it out, and so he goes through a lot of internal logic. For instance, he reasons that the master can't be pronounced dead until a doctor has come. So they call for a doctor, and they're put in a queue for the automated doctor to turn up. So until that point, Charles must, because he can't work out, he can't
continue to
No, he can't confirm himself that the master is dead. So he must consider the master unwell, which opens up his master's...
Oh, a different paradigm, yeah.
Yeah, which brings up the algorithms for unwell. So there is a very humorous moment where he's trying to leave the house in the car with the master's corpse sat behind him, thinking, I'm going to take the master down to the seaside, because that always makes master feel better.
Don't spoil too much, because I'm into this now. I'm already into this.
Yeah,
Don't get too much into it.
This
sounds fucking brill.
Goes into this weird circular... Like, there's another gag. This is all in the first chapter, incidentally, where Charles remembers that one of the serving droids from the kitchen was sent for repair after 3 separate incidents where they broke a plate. So Charles works out to himself, well, I've only murdered 1 person, so I've got at least 2 more murders left before I'm considered faulty.
I am banging to what's it called? Service Model
by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It's really fucking funny.
Is it in paperback yet?
I don't know if it's paperback. I've got it on Audible at the minute.
I like to read.
Let's have a look on Amazon.
I'm gonna have a look now. Service Model.
Yeah, Service Model. It's really, really fucking good. I'm really, really enjoying it at the minute. Yes, paperback for a tenner.
Fucking brilliant! I've just bought it.
Yeah.
This is the kind of fucking existentialism I'm looking for at the moment.
Yeah. So the general run of it is that a lot of human existence has been automated in the sake of efficiency. But what happens when that efficiency breaks down and the humans aren't there to do anything about it?
Like in WALL-E, at the end of WALL-E.
Yeah, it's the best way I can describe it, because I'm listening to an audiobook, and the way Adrian Tchaikovsky's reading it, he's reading it with a rather RP English accent. Because that's Charles. That's like Charles's inner voice. It's like a
butler, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm kind of making it akin to iRobot meets Downton Abbey.
Fucking bang up for that!
It's really fucking good. So,
it's coming on Tuesday, so I'm having that.
If you're a fan of Douglas Adams, I am. It's very much in his style, and like I love Adrian Tchaikovsky as a writer. Like, I know he does very good sci-fi. I didn't expect he'd be this funny. I didn't expect it to be. There has been a few moments where I've actually burst out laughing because of something that's gone on in this book.
That's what I want, mate. I was genuinely looking at a new book, and I was nearly going to start reading that Gentleman's Bastard thing, but I'm going to do this instead.
Well, do this first, then do Gentleman Bastard. Gentleman Bastard will take you a while to get through.
It's on Spotify Premium as an audio book as well, if you've got that.
Nah, I prefer to read it.
Not about me,
Just
saying in general. I've just added it to
when I get audiobooks, I don't listen. I don't concentrate enough.
It's great while you're at the gym or while you're driving around or whatever.
Oh yeah, I'm doing both of those things all the time.
I've just started a new one, and honestly, I'd smash through. Like, I'm already on like 18% on it, and I've only listened to it like twice. I've only put it on twice, and I'm already smashing through it. Really
That's a good sign. That's a good sign for a book.
Yeah,
I'll
I think
discuss it when I come to the end.
Yeah, I'm quarter of the way through this one, so I've got 9 hours of it left. It's about 12.5-hour book.
So that'd be an easy read in a week.
Yeah, easy enough done. Yeah, so that's really fucking good. So
fucking bang up for that.
Yeah, that's my week.
That's fucking good enough. You've just bought. I've just bought a book. I bought a book. Yeah, excellent. So carry on talking, Gadget, because I'm sure our little book nerds and bookworms have got some feedback on what they've been up to this week.
Yeah, we have a couple of bits of feedback. Mike Halstead said, this week I've carried on with Spaced and House.
What do you mean carried on with Spaced? Has never watched that before.
He's never watched either of them.
If you listened to the last pod, you would have heard that.
I've told you before, I don't listen to this tribe.
And I've told you before, some people write in and say stuff.
Okay.
Also, Beck made me watch Mama. She does shit like this now and again because she knows I hate horror films. But once you see the ghost face properly just over halfway through, it loses itself as a horror, and the ending was just utter balls.
There's too much bad horror for me to even care about horror
Never even heard of that.
Then we watched Anyone But You, which is a Sydney Sweeney rom-com that I wouldn't have been too bothered if I'd never saw it. But obviously, her being a handsome woman helped, and the Australian dad.
Oh, that's a handsome fucking couple.
Yeah, her being a handsome woman helped, and the Australian dad was really funny. Gadget was right. The Last Scorched Sheep was brilliantly unhinged, and I'm looking forward to the Forge episode.
What did we do last? Oh, last Scotch sheet was the fucking... Yeah, I remember.
Last Scotch sheet was Pip.
Yeah, I remember. That was funny. Yep. Next.
Next up, we have Xenos.
You see it.
Final Fantasy XIV's new raid tier opened this week. I won't try to explain the fights to you, but several of my friends have had the raid, but put my teeth in. Have had the second boss's theme stuck in their head all week because the sound team decided to do a bee-themed pop idol singer piece. Idol pop singer piece, rather, and despite the being bee-themed, it's an earworm. Also got some really nice rock in there.
Remember Final Fantasy X-2? That had, what would I do for you?
Yeah, true.
What can I do for you?
Also, last night, Warframe's Tenacon stream went live with teasers for the upcoming 1999 update. And oh boy, this is going to get weird. So this is going back to what was in the news. The whole thing is harking back to one of Digital Extremes' old games, Dark Sector, but it's not trying to do sci-fi realism anymore. We've got a nuclear-powered bike that can do flips and counts as an improvised weapon. Okay. Killing floor-esque poisonous robo-zombie armies. And apparently a dating sim with the NPCs. Not sure how I feel about that one. They've also revealed the nanotech body horror faction's answer to liches and executive bastards of the two other factions. A boy band that got converted into nanotech body horror monsters and have spent centuries maturing specifically to ruin your day in particular. I mean, I'm going to enjoy it, but fuck knows where the story's going to end up. I think they know what they're doing.
I want to know where and why is Xenos hoarding Bernard's watch. He plays all these live service games, loads of them, and somehow managed to get through them. And I'm like, how much time do you have in the week to do all that? In between Balatro, do you know what I mean? How can you do that?
Well, I don't think he plays Balatro, Oodles.
There you go. That's the problem I've got, isn't it? That's the problem.
It's the problem we've got. We don't have the time to do the things that we need or want to do
because of Balatro.
Balatro is the problem.
That's it. And the fact that I like to get on sesh all the time.
Well, you're a big sesh beast.
I am. Ah, yes. And I'm always trying to chase my wife. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. She's really fast.
I don't know why that's tickled me so much.
She is.
Got me too.
She always gets away. So maybe I'm just not using my time wisely. That's probably the election.
Potentially not. Yeah. Last up, we have Angry Kurt. Before you say anything else, that's going to get you divorced.
She's tried.
The big thing I want to talk about this week is the name Kensitsugami. Is that right?
Kensitsugami, yeah. No Capcom game.
Yeah. I've never said it out loud.
Well, it sounds beautiful in a Geordie accent.
Kensitsugami.
Why, man?
Why, Kensitsugami.
Capcom.
Get down to Tokyo.
Fucking Tokyo.
Well, you can go to Kyoto or you can go to Tokyo. Kyoto be the anagram lovers Tokyo. Anyway, it was mentioned by Debbie Punk on last week's show, and afterwards I was watching some video reviews and thought I'd give it a go. It's not the kind of game I would usually play, but I was in a bit of a gaming slump, and I find the best way out is to try something out of your comfort zone. I'm so glad I did, as I adore this game. I've been hooked since I started it on Friday. It's a hack and slash game, but without the depth of a Devil May Cry or Bayonetta mixed with Pikmin. It's unlike anything I've ever played. The day and night cycle provides a nice pace between the preparation phase and the action phase, so it's not relentless, and a shout out to the monster designs, which are like something From Software would have cooked up. Highly recommended, and apparently the main campaign is only 10 hours.
That's a win. That's a fucking win nowadays. I've got the demo downloaded. I haven't touched it yet.
It's on Game Pass.
Unfortunately, the demo does say you can't keep your progress.
Oh no, it's one of them, is it?
So I'm like, oh, do I even fucking bother? And just get the game anyway, because it's a Capcom game and I love them.
Yeah. He goes on to say, I'm still working my way through The Bear Season 2, having just watched the incredible Christmas episode. That is an incredible episode.
Best one.
I fucking nearly got a stomach ulcer from that episode.
So did I. I think that's what made my ass fall out.
It's the cooking in the kitchen that was stressing me out.
Yeah.
Let alone anything else that happened in that episode.
Stressful fucking
cooking.
But it's fucking
all those close-ups of like pots like overflowing and shit.
Yeah.
Bernthal, or whatever he's called.
John Bernthal, yeah.
He's a phenomenal actor.
I mean, I think they all are. It's so random, like the celebrity guest stars that they have in there, like John Mulaney and Bob Odenkirk and
the guy who's Adam Warlock.
Yeah, like those people. It's like they are so. You don't really see them acting like that ever. You know they're good actors.
No, you don't. No. Do you know who'd be good in the bear to turn up? Him from Boiling Point. This is England. What's his name? That English actor that's really
Stephen Graham.
Stephen Graham. Imagine him turning up in the bear. Oof.
I mean, I'm watching the third season of The Bear at the minute, and I've just had the fucking greatest celebrity actor cameo in that so far with the third Fack brother.
Really? Oh, I ain't got through it yet. I started season 3.
Kurt finishes off saying, "I'm also progressing through Wool. I hope Gadget is back this week because I want to tell him that I think this has overtaken The Gentleman Bastards as my new favourite book that I've discovered through Modern Escapism. I'm gripped and I have so many questions about the world and the characters. Primarily, why don't they know about lifts? I'm telling you, Kurt, it gets explained.
Yeah, it does.
It's a joke, but seriously, it's an amazing book and I can't wait to start watching the TV show probably this week as I'm nearly halfway through the book. Fucking great."
I forgot to mention about I listened to the full audiobook of it over a week.
It's great, isn't it?
It's better than the show.
I like the show.
Show didn't do anything for me, but I thought the audiobook was really fucking good. I just forgot to mention it. I weren't here, were I? It's really good. Really good. Is that everything?
Yeah, that's everything.
As always, links to all our extracurricular activities in the show notes and at modernescapism.co.uk. Please consider becoming a patron because we've got lots of stuff. Modern Escapism, Kenny Potter, Too Faff, Too Curious, and the patron voted special episode for patrons only. Some crazy stuff we put in that hat and you guys vote on, and you always pick the wrong ones, but it don't matter, it's your choice. That's democracy, isn't it?
It's Democracy Manifest.
It fucking is. That is Democracy Manifest. But yes, please consider, because it helps us and it supports us, and we'll just stop doing it if you don't pay us, because I've had enough. Fucking had enough. And there'll be no Candyland this week again. I'm pretty sure there probably weren't any last week because she's a lazy bum. She's lazy.
I did ask her for a Candyland to read out and she never sent it to me.
She said, fuck off. That's what she said. But it's not the end of the show if you're a patron. We've got more stuff to talk about, questions to answer and everything. But to all you tight bastards, this has been the show. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.